Hi, kids. I'm so glad that you made it to KIds Playhouse. Happy holidays. Boy, oh boy, do we have something very special for you today. We have some amazing stories, and we have some wonderful guests from the North Pole. But it's starting to snow, and I don't want to catch a cold, so let's go. It's time to read. It's time to laugh. It's time to read at our Playhouse Storytime.
KIds Playhouse.
It's time to read. It's time to dance. It's time to read at our KIds Playhouse Storytime with the Dill Purple Geniuses.
Hello, KIds Playhouse friends! I'm Sparkle the Elf, one of Santa's special head elves, bringing North Pole magic to your holiday season. Today, I'm so excited to host the KIds Playhouse Christmas Storytime Special. Boy, oh boy, do we have a great adventure for you. Have you ever wondered if something you baked could come to life? Well, our holiday story today is bringing some magical baking vibes to a very clever and tricky gingerbread. Let's unwrap this magical holiday adventure together. But don't forget to stay tuned until the very end. We have a special North Pole guest waiting just for you. Now sit back and relax because now it is time for the Gingerbread Boy!
There was much happiness in the air, and Pookie and the Dill Purple Geniuses were having fun decorating a Christmas tree in their secret castle hideout. As they were almost finished, Pookie stood back to take a look and said, "It sure would be nice to have a nice large gingerbread boy hanging on the tree." "You'll need to bake it and decorate it first," said Limbo. And so they did just that. They went to the kitchen, rolled out the dough, and shaped it into a little boy. Bubbles gave it eyes, a nose, a mouth, and special little toes. Teeny placed raisins for the buttons to go on the jacket that she made out of special frosting. Bubbles thought the creation was simply perfect, but Limbo had one more special touch to add, a little gingerbread cape to go around its neck. Pookie placed the gingerbread in the oven to cook for 30 whole minutes, and they waited, and waited, and waited. The bell finally went off, and the Dill Purple Geniuses rushed with excitement to see how it all turned out. Once the door was open, there was a huge flash. Why, there was no gingerbread on the pan at all. Bubbles looked all around. Limbo scratched his head. Pookie crawled on the floor, and Teeny let out a loud shout and said, "Look up!" Would you believe it? The gingerbread boy was alive, and not only that, it was flying and saying the strangest little chant. Catch me, I bet you can't. I'm the gingerbread boy, and I'm as fast as a snap." "What did you say?" said Pookie. The gingerbread boy spun around in circles and chanted again. Catch me, I bet you can't. I'm the gingerbread boy, and I'm as fast as a snap." "Go after him," shouted Limbo. The Dill Purple Geniuses knew they could not keep up with the gingerbread boy on foot, so they all hopped on their whistle poles to catch their magical baked creation. Limbo flew right behind him, stretched out his arm, and was able to grab his cape, but it slipped through his fingers. Bubbles was right underneath and was determined to grab him by the little toes that she had designed, but the gingerbread boy wiggled through them so quickly that she couldn't hold on either. "Ha ha ha! Catch me, I bet you can't. I'm the gingerbread boy, and I'm as fast as a snap." Pookie could not believe how arrogant this piece of bread was, so she decided to take her whistle pole and super warp mode. In no time, Pookie was flying right next to the gingerbread boy. Pookie had an idea to loop the gingerbread boy in with a rope, but that clever thinking gingerbread boy outsmarted Pookie by doing a triple flying flip and zigzagged away from Pookie's whistle pole. Catch me, I bet you can't. I'm the gingerbread boy, and I'm as fast as a snap." Not too long after that fancy flip, the gingerbread boy flew between two tattletale trees and was soon going to find himself in a flying pickle. The tattletale tree's whisper was so quick that word caught up to a tricky fox that the tasty gingerbread boy was heading his way, so he decided to wait on the other side of the magical water wall. Not knowing what to do, the gingerbread boy suddenly stopped and came face to face with the suspicious fox with only the water wall between them. Little bread, said the fox. Come on, jump through. You're far more safer over here than over there. I can help you. The gingerbread boy paused for a moment to make a decision. As the dill purple geniuses got closer, the gingerbread boy chanted, catch me, I bet you can't. I'm the gingerbread boy and I'm as fast as a snap. And he made the decision to jump through the magical wall. As he flew halfway through, the tricky fox grabbed one of the gingerbread's arms and Limbo quickly stretched and grabbed the other arm. All of a sudden, the gingerbread boy was being pulled back and forth, creating splashes on both sides of the water wall. Soon the gingerbread boy looked up with shock and saw the tricky fox opening his mouth very wide to eat him. Help, help, said the gingerbread boy. I've changed my mind. I'm not as fast as I thought. Just then, Bubbles sent a huge bubble through the wall to catch the fox. With the fox inside, the bubble floated straight toward one of the tattletale trees. The tree opened its tattling mouth very wide and swallowed the fox with one big gulp. Never to see the fox again. The gingerbread boy was very grateful and learned a big lesson. Being arrogant only caused me to get in trouble and having to ask for help from the very ones that I was teasing. Pookie and the dill purple geniuses forgave the gingerbread boy and decided that he would make a much better friend than an ornament hanging on their Christmas tree. They enjoyed the evening singing, dancing, and eating holiday bread, and no, it was not gingerbread.
Oh, well, hello there, my merry little friends. I'm so very happy to visit with you. But wait, do you even know who I am? Hold on 1 minute. Maybe this will help. Yes, it's me, Santa Claus. Now, I know you may not know this, but I'll tell you a little secret. I only wear my velvet suit and my hat with the white fur trim when I'm outside and it's cold. But today, I'm going to keep my hat on just for you. Now, I'd like to welcome you to my home here at the North Pole. For a lot of you, this is your first time seeing me here in my study. And well, I came back here to take a little break away from the noisy workshop so I can meet up with you and so you can hear me because it's so loud over there. Now, I'll tell you, I've been as busy as an elf in a candy store, working hard, checking my list, and making sure all of you are being extra nice. And guess what? You are! Yes! So gold stars for everyone! Yay! Good job! Now, some of you in your letters wanted to know what it's like here at the North Pole. Well, I'll tell you, it's absolutely magical. Maybe you didn't know this, but did you know that up here at the North Pole, the days are very, very long during the summer. The sun stays up all night. We call it the land of the midnight sun. It's pretty amazing. And during the winter, it's dark all day, and sometimes we can see the magical northern lights. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but they are just amazing. And I just was out there earlier, and they were kind of green. Sometimes they're different colors, but they are so fun to see. And can you see the gingerbread house here behind me? Yeah, there it is, right over my shoulder. Oh, and I have a little nutcracker back there. Oh, it's so much fun. Now let me tell you. Right over here, well, it's right here actually. Oh, let me grab it. I have a little hot chocolate. Oh, look, it has my name on it. Well, I'm going to have that in a little bit. My goodness. But for now, I want to tell you about our favorite mode of transportation up here at the North Pole. We call it the Candy Cane Express. It beats any sleigh ride, let me tell you. And we even have sugar plum pit stops. And you know, speaking of sugar plums, what's your favorite holiday treat? You know me, I have a soft spot for chocolate chip cookies. It's like a party in my tummy every time. Oh my. And you know, I was thinking about what I wanted to do here tonight with you, and I thought I would share one of my favorite stories. And it's a story you probably already know or you've heard it before, but I'm pretty sure you've never heard me tell it exactly this way. I've changed it up a little. See if you can notice the changes. The story is wonderful, and this is a little time to sit tall, activate your quiet voices, put on your listening ears, and let's begin the magical Christmas story, "Twas the Night Before Christmas," Santa style. Here we go. And 'twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, and the stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that I soon would be there, and the children were nestled all snug in their beds, while dreams of good things danced in their heads. And Mama was in her nightgown, and Dad was ready for bed. He pulled back the covers and laid down his head, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. Well, Daddy, he sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window he flew like a flash. He opened the curtains and threw up the sash. Now, the moon was glistening on the new fallen snow. It gave a luster of midday all to those objects below, when what to his wandering eyes should appear? It was a big red sleigh and 9 flying reindeer. And when he saw the jolly old driver, Daddy took pause. He knew in a moment it was me, Santa Claus, and more rapid than eagles my reindeer they came, and I whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Comet and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Dance away, dash away, oh. Oh my goodness, and just as dry leaves that before a wild hurricane will fly, well, when my reindeer meet with an obstacle, they mount to the sky. So up to the housetop my reindeer they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and yes, me too. And then in a twinkling, Daddy heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As he drew in his head and was turning around, down the chimney I had come with a bound. I was dressed all in fur from my head to my foot, and my clothes were a bit tarnished with the ashes and soot. And a sack full of toys I had flung on my back. I looked like a traveler, just opening my pack. He saw my eyes twinkle and my dimples how merry, and my cheeks were like roses, my nose like a cherry, and my funny little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on my chin was white as the snow. I had a candy cane here to help tighten my teeth, and I had more in a pouch down underneath. He saw my face and my big old round belly, and it shook when I laughed like a bowl full of jelly. And Dad saw that I knew just what to do, and he laughed, though he didn't intend to. A wink of my eye and a twist of my head soon let Dad know he had nothing to dread. I spoke not a word. I just went straight to my work and filled all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of my nose, giving a nod, up the chimney I rose. I hopped into my sleigh, to my team gave a whistle, and away we all flew like the down of a thistle. And then I said as we flew out of sight, Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed Santa's version of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Now, what do you do to get Santa Claus to come to your house? Do you know what you can do? Huh? Well, first, just like our story said, you need to be nice, right? We want to be very nice. And well, I have a special list. You might have heard of it. We call it a nice list. And as you know, the magic of Christmas is all about kindness and love and spreading joy. So I challenge each and every one of you to do something kind for someone else. It could be a little smile, maybe just saying thank you, or picking up your toys, or doing your homework, or giving family member a big old hug. Now I'll be watching, and remember, kindness is like glitter. It makes everything sparkle. Speaking about lists, I've received some really spectacular requests this year in your letters and your wishes. rocket-powered roller skates? Come on. Oh, and a live pet reindeer? And even a talking sandwich? Oh, kids, you sure know how to keep me on my toes, I'll tell you. Well, my little break here is over, and it's time for me to go. I have to meet up with Mrs. Claus and look into my magic snow globe and make sure that a few kids have fixed their behavior. I hope they have. But before I dash away to feed the reindeer and to check on Mrs. Claus's latest cookie creations, I want you to do me one little favor, if you would. When I visit your homes on Christmas Eve, please leave out some cookies and milk and maybe a carrot or two for the reindeer. They do love their veggies, and I have to tell you, sometimes I'll take a bite of the carrots too. I do love carrots. And now, my wonderful friends, it has been a joy sharing this virtual moment with you. And I wish you all a sleigh ride of happiness. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Bye-bye.
Wasn't the Gingerbread Boy an incredible adventure? I loved every moment, and so did Santa. Remember, making good choices earns you a spot on Santa's nice list. Keep spreading kindness, and Santa will definitely pay you a visit. Thank you for joining in, and I absolutely loved sharing this special holiday time with all of you. Okay, I've got to go because I have a lot of work to do. Don't forget to share and subscribe at DillPurpleGeniuses.com. Goodbye, everybody, and Merry Christmas!